Obviously, not the result that we wanted to get tonight. I think we talk about this as a team is that we're defending it in a really high rate with a lot of intensity. And right now we got to get our offense going. We went through this that, hey, we thought the game was the first to 60, that we can hold teams even if they're averaging in the 70s, in those 50s because of the way that we defend. But we've got to get some of those shots to fall and some of our movement and decision making to get better so that we can get the results that we want. But love the way that the team is still sticking with it. It's been 3 tough games that we've had back to back. And every one of them we look at as what are we going to learn? What are we going to take from it so that we can go into practice and get better?
15-2 fast break edge for them, I think, was their ability to get going in transition, especially with Scott, the big part of the game.
Yeah, we talked about that. A big piece of it at halftime was that their points weren't really coming in the half court; they were coming in transition, and a lot of those transition points were either coming off of our turnovers or our missed shots. And that we put that goal on. They had 9 at half. That we wanted that to be much better in the second half. I think we did, but then at key moments, they got out and ran, especially when we had cut it to 2. Then I think their next run, came from points that they got in transition, and it's that consistency piece for us that hey, in tight games that we can't relax, and we got to just keep going and staying aggressive on both sides of the floor.
You preempted my next question. You had a 19-18 lead, I think, right, and then in that second half, cut it to 34-32. What did they do in the sequences after y'all made those runs to extend that lead back out?
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things that we'll take a look at. But again, for us, it seemed like they got some run-out, easy baskets. I think when we can get teams and force them to play in the half court, our athleticism and the way that these guys buy into the scouts, we do a great job in our half-court defense. We got to make sure that we're not letting up easy baskets in transition, mainly because our offense is struggling right now.
Coach, what could be the approach going into Monday's game?
Yeah, I think it's, what we look at quite a bit is that you say you're going to win, you're going to lose, and you're going to learn. It's always those 3 things. And so what can we take and really learn from this game? Because, again, I even thought in the first half, I thought our defense wasn't as disruptive as it needed to be. And I think we made that switch in the second half. But our piece right now with this team is that we got to go play 4 quarters. And even when we were in Cancun, we had, a great half against San Diego, didn't play as well in the second half. Great second half against Wisconsin, started off slow. And it's that right now, that growth for us is to play 4 quarters. And so that will be really a big part of our approach this weekend when we're practicing and getting ready for Delaware State.
Mariana, 3 of 7 from 3 tonight. Were they trying to run you off the 3-point line? What did they do to try and limit your looks from outside? Because it seemed like when you got good ones, you were knocking them down.
Mostly they're in hedge. I feel like majority I try to find threes where I can, but also try to get the ball moving. I find when I did get those opportunities and when my teammates did find me, I took that opportunity to knock it down. So I guess that's where it came from. I think just finding the balance of trying to get good threes off, but also knowing when the shot fake, because they are running at me and drive by and try to get another good look.
What are you proud of that you guys are doing well defensively right now? Because you were good defensively in Mexico, right? You were good, again, defensively tonight.
I think all of us coming in with that mindset that defense is our fuel. We want teams to be scared of us when we're going into a game and know we're good to bring energy through the defensive end. So I think I'm proud of us for always staying true to that and never diverting for that. Whether we're down, we're up, making sure our defense is still to our standards.
What is the message from you and Samaya to everyone else to try and kind of get you guys going collectively offensively? You had 13 tonight, she had 12. What are you telling the other girls to try and give them confidence to get going on the end of the floor?
I just tell them I'm gonna find you, and whenever I find you, have confidence to knock it down. I trust you that you can make that shot and make or miss. I'm flying in for your rebound. You have Michael flying in for your rebound. So always stay confident, and it's gonna drop eventually. So yeah.
Thank you guys.
Great. Thank you, guys.